Hey guys.
Hello.
It was a short week this week. I was
Sure.
surprised. I didn't realize that was coming.
Yeah,
but I
it's
was
been a
like,
week.
this seems like a. Sorry, I'm trying to get my finger off the mic. It's like this seems like a weekend episode. It's crazy, and then it was a weekend episode.
Yep, there were only 3 episodes this week. They preempted it for, I'm assuming, Thanksgiving. And also because they were way behind on their filming. They're only like 2 days ahead of their episode airing. So
Yep.
It was preempted this week for the Thursday and Friday. So we only have 3 episodes to recap. Week 22 of the show.
Yep. So here we go.
So what happened?
There's a lot of questioning going on.
Yeah, most of it took place at the police station.
Yeah. Which is fine. I like Patterson and how he deals with people and
Me too.
does
He's
his
probably
questioning
my
and stuff.
second favorite character after Burke.
Mm-hmm. So they have Roger in holding, and and Gardner's there because he's his lawyer, acting as his lawyer.
Wait, I said Gardner.
So he questioned Victoria and about. She told him about like her attempted murders and everything.
The person that tried to sneak into her room and the person that tried to run her down, that she probably assumes is the same person.
Yeah. And then he questioned Carolyn, and Carolyn got very upset that anyone would think that Uncle Roger would do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
So she was upset, kind of with Vicki at first, I guess, but then she realized that Vicki had been almost run down and kind of felt more for her at that point.
And there weren't really any other suspects. So.
And then he questioned Roger, but Roger still won't give up the reason for the meeting with Bill.
Right. So says he didn't know. And Patterson asked him if he had access to keys, and he's like, no, my sister has.
Oh yeah, and he was like,
access to all the rooms. He's like, no, I don't have all the keys to all the rooms. And...
He's like, would you have access to the keys? And he's well, of course, I could get them if I wanted to, but there's no reason why I would want to do that.
Right. At least he was honest and wasn't like, no, there's no way. She sleeps with them under her pillow.
So, I don't know. It's not looking very good for Roger at this point. Did he tell him about... Did Roger tell Patterson the story that he told Victoria about why he was there and he didn't want to cause trouble? I think he did.
Even though last week he didn't. He denied it. When Burke said, this is what Vicki told me.
Right, because
he denied it and said, no, that's not what happened.
Think at all.
He did confess it too.
Well, because the jig was up with the pen being found, with him digging up the pen. So
yeah, so
yes,
so yeah, he had to explain where he got it, but
and then Frank arrived and was listening in.
Hunky Frank, you mean?
Hunky Frank, yeah.
Hunky Frank.
When Patterson was questioning Sam, he was there and he was kind of getting suspicious of Sam and some of the things he was saying that perhaps he might have had reason to try and kill Vicki. So they were kind of asking where he was and such. So then Frank went to go visit Vicki, and they kind of realized together that maybe he does have a reason if he thought that she, for some reason, knew that he was connected with the earlier murder 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so he was worried. So he went back to Patterson, told Patterson, you better call Sam back and question him some more. So he did, but Sam was not happy about
they
being
also
called
want to
back
protect Roger
again.
because he's their client, so
right, of course.
You can point the finger anywhere else.
So Sam was not happy that they were accusing him possibly of trying to murder Vicki, and he said that he was down at a deserted beach by himself, kind of getting ideas for pictures or whatever he was doing down there.
It was a beautiful sunset.
Yes, so. And then David wasn't in the house, so Elizabeth was kind of worried about him. Vicki decides to go to the old house because that's probably where he is. However, she was not supposed to go anywhere by herself. That was like direct Patterson orders.
Yes.
So, duh. And then so Elizabeth called Matthew and said, have you seen David? No. And so he decided to go, or she asked him to go to the old house.
Did she ask him or did he just decide?
I don't know. This episode today, it kind of seemed like she asked him to go, or that's what he said, but I don't remember if he
could have been lying.
Specifically asked him or not. So Vicki went, and we saw someone going into the old house before she got there. And then she gets there and looks up, and this like giant stone urn falls and almost kills her.
See, I thought it was obvious that was Matthew, but you couldn't tell who it was that pushed the urn. I thought it was.
I thought it looked.
Seemed like a round face, and you could see the kind of the messy hair. And they reused footage of Matthew walking up the steps.
Right, which I thought maybe they were just saving footage or trying
they could just
to
be
make it look like him or whatever. But yeah.
I thought it was obvious that it was him, but
I don't know if it was. I was like, is it supposed to be obvious? Are we supposed to know who that is? But it
And they
kind of seemed
reshowed
like
it
it would
at
be
the
him.
end of the next or the beginning of the next episode too. So.
Yeah, so Vicky got spooked, of course, and ran to Matthew's because presumably it's the closest. So she went to use his phone, and he arrived just after she did, and like stopped her from calling. He was very aggressive and grabbing her and say like, you can't leave. You need to tell me everything that you know. So she mentioned almost getting killed and all this stuff. And then David ended up coming home to the house, and he hadn't seen her, so Elizabeth was worried. And then Frank came in
for their dinner date. He had a dinner date with Victoria,
and
was surprised that she wasn't there.
Yes, they're very worried that she's missing, and so they were going to go search. But Elizabeth wanted to call Matthew first because she could be there, and she was, but he said no, and then lied, saying she was asking about Carolyn. But Vicky figured out that it was her, and she tried to escape a few times, and he just kept grabbing her. It was quite the thing.
Yes.
And then Patterson arrived, and they said they'd go out and search for her. And then, should I reveal the excitement?
And I think that was about it.
Yeah, that's all that happened. End scene.
No, Matthew kept saying to Victoria that, you think I killed Malloy. I didn't kill Malloy. He's like, I don't think that. I don't think that at all. And then he accused her again of thinking that he killed Malloy. And then he's like, but I had to. I didn't have a choice.
It's been building up in me for years, or whatever he
confessed after like 60 episodes. We finally found out who killed Bill Malloy.
I would not be sad to see him go if he like went to jail and we never saw him again.
I know.
He's just it's just over the top.
Is it just the eyebrows or just everything? You don't like his voice?
Eyebrows and the saggy face and the soot all over him and the crazy hair and his person. I don't know. I just do not like the character, guys. I'm sorry. Anyway, but then she was like, you can just let me go because they're going to be looking for me. And he was like, no, I must kill you too. So it was him all along. And it makes sense. Like he would have keys in the house probably.
Yep.
And I didn't know if he drove or not because I didn't know if he...
Yeah, I don't know if we ever established that yet.
Yeah. So apparently he does.
Well, he did. Yeah, he did.
He mentioned...
He did the maintenance on Roger's car. He had gotten Roger's car checked like a couple days before
but does that mean
the
he
accident
could drive
happened. I would assume. What else would he be doing if not taking it to the mechanic to get it?
If he did maintenance? I don't know if he does car work but doesn't drive a car.
Oh, no, he'd taken it to the mechanics, I think.
So, it tipped Vicky off when he said something about 8 o'clock that the driver... the driver with headlights probably wouldn't have seen you. Something about it being 8 o'clock at night. And she was like, I didn't say that. And he tried to like excuse it away. But that was before he confessed everything. But I thought that was notable.
Right. Oh, yes, I forgot about that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Good call.
Thanks. So, super exciting. It'll be interesting to see where things go from here. Yeah. But we have a confession, at least to Vicky. If she lives through it, then...
If she lives through it. Otherwise, they're going to have to change the opening to, my name was Victoria Winters.
She'll just narrate it as a ghost now. Yes. All right, guys.
No, what's your predictions?
Oh, predictions.
Your predictions.
That Roger will be released.
You think? So why was Roger... Why did he have the pen? Or why did he lose his pen there?
His story that he told. He saw him dead already.
You just already saw him? Okay, so that was the truth?
I think so.
Okay.
Remember we said it seemed sincere for him?
Yeah.
Because usually he's like really obvious when he's lying, so...
Right.
It seemed really sincere, so I think so.
What's going to happen with Vicky? Is he going to get murdered?
No. Frank's going to come save the day like a superhero he is.
Monday, start of the episode, Frank bursts in.
I don't know about Monday. They might have to search for an episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's going to be Frank that saves her?
I think so.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's got to be.
And then Matthew thrown in prison, bushy eyebrows and soot face all?
Yep.
And all?
It all. Never seen again.
Never to be seen again.
Do you have any predictions?
Do I have any predictions? I think we're going to find out that it wasn't Matthew, it was actually David, and Matthew was just covering for David, because David tries to murder everyone.
True. Or says he wants everyone dead.
He does. He did try to kill his dad.
True.
And I think he did try to kill Vicky by locking her in that room. He said he would come back in 50 years.
All right, guys.
Okay.
We'll see.
Bye-bye.
Bye.